Hey there, and welcome to I Reckon I'll Read It, the podcast where two oaky gals talk books, share recs, and don't hold back on their mighty big opinions. I'm Becca.
And I'm Summer. We're so glad you're here. Go ahead and grab some sweet tea, get cozy, and get ready for some good old-fashioned book talk.
We've got a whole heap of books to talk about, and we reckon you're going to want to stick around.
Hey, hey.
Hello. Okay, guys, so this is our first ever Side Saddle episode.
Whoop, whoop.
So what we're going to be doing in these episodes is basically we get to dig into like the bookish side rants that we just don't have time for on our regular episodes because we like to talk. So for the first episode, we're going to talk about The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games.
Because as we've mentioned, we were the Hunger Games trivia champions.
Trivia champs. That's
and
us.
We've reread them all this
Phoenix
year.
Sugar Cubes.
That's what our name was. So yeah, we're really excited to talk about it.
And we also have a very special guest with us for the first time. This is our dear friend, Sandiey, more commonly known to our listeners as The Bully. Hi, Sandiey.
Hi.
Anytime we say someone bullied us into it, we're usually talking about Sandiey.
Mm-hmm.
I think every time we've been talking about
Oh,
Sandiey.
every time that, and I think it's just a joke now that we'll be like, oh, the bully told us to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that it has extended to our friend, like our other friend group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just the book club, but our other friend group now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We reference you as the bully in an endearing, well, hopefully you feel it's endearing.
We've actually is here to have an intervention.
She's like, so guys, I'm actually very hurt by this and I need you to stop.
No.
So,
I love it.
okay, good. Thank goodness, because
As long as
otherwise,
it gets you to read these books, you know,
Otherwise
whatever
it
I
would
have
be-
to do.
That's true. That's true.
otherwise it would be us bullying you by calling you a bully. So
That's right.
background on Sandiey. This friendship of ours has been going strong for about 5 years, I believe. We were coworkers that just like turned into really good friends. And then I introduced Sandiey to Becca
As one does.
probably mostly because of your book club, Becca.
Yeah, she started coming to, like, we used to have a silent book club, and then it ended up not being so silent. But
Spoiler
that's-
alert, we like to talk.
Yeah, I think it was silent one time.
And then we were like, never mind, this is not what we're doing. But yeah, that's where I first met you.
Sandiey is the one who brings a lot of variety to our book. Like, she recommends a lot of books to us when we've gone on book club retreats, and you know, people will buy like the cute little gift bag things for each other that are like, oh, this made me think of you as a reader, and this made me think of you as a reader. Becca bought some of those like little pins, like enamel pins that you wear on a jacket, and I think mine was like hot girls read horror.
Yes.
And then what was one of yours, Becca?
I don't remember. No. It was something about like crying at night or something, like
Okay.
late night. I don't know.
And then Sandiey, what pins did you get?
I got the emotional damage pin. And it was at that point that I realized that I do indeed enjoy an emotionally damaging book.
This is why she has to bully us into it, because I know whatever she recommends is going to be emotionally damaging.
Yeah. It's going to be very good, very poignant, but also like devastating.
Yeah. But I always love them.
I do actually brainstorm through the points that I use to sell you
You do.
these books because I know what I need to be careful about
Ah.
presenting
I see.
forward.
So she's been manipulating the...
No, we will not be using that word.
No emotional manipulation.
No.
there. Maybe
I
some
just
bullying.
know that you are immediately going to shut down some of these books.
It's true.
And I want you to read them because if I may bring up The Traveling Cat Chronicles.
You may.
You loved that book.
I did.
And you were like, I'm not going to read this, Sandiey. And I'm like, why? Please.
Because it was a cat.
So many books, guys, that we have talked about on this podcast are due to Sandiey's influence.
Well, and was it last episode where I talked about how no one liked my books? After that episode, Sandiey was like, Becca, we seriously like all the same books. And I was like, okay, touche.
You were begging for someone to like validate your taste in books. And Sandiey's like, I'm right here. We read the same things.
all the same time. I was like, okay, you're
I
right.
was like that meme. You know that meme of the guy and the girlfriend?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the girlfriend's right there, and he's like looking back. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
a girlfriend in that case.
Yeah, sorry about that. But she is right. Okay, let's get to the Hunger Games.
Let's do it. I guess we should start with Sandy. Why did we invite you to come and talk with us about the Hunger Games?
I love the Hunger Games. It is my favorite series, and I think I came to that realization maybe in the last 2 years or maybe in the last 3 years. But it was definitely solidified that I am a Hunger Games girly when this Hunger Games trivia came about. And I was like, okay, we have to split it up, divide and conquer. We are going to rule this trivia. And we did. Yeah.
He killed it.
Yeah.
We also had another friend with us. I feel like she needs to get a shout out too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're
Definitely
going to be
needs it.
getting a text being like, hey, guys, I was also a part of it.
Integral part of the team.
Okay. So that
Let's
is
get
how
into
we're
it.
all here. We all have a love for this book series. And also this year, because of that, we've all reread them recently. And we have all read the 2 newer books. I just finished Sunrise this morning.
This morning.
So all of this is fresh.
Wow.
I had 30 minutes left of it last night. And I was like, I got to go to bed. And I was like, I'll listen to it while I get ready in the morning. Because, I mean, I knew it was going to be. Honestly, the last 30 minutes wasn't that tough. The last hour, woo. Okay. Anyway, I don't care. All right.
Oh,
so,
I do care. I care so much.
I was sitting here waiting for you to be like, I was crying as I was
Well-
putting on mascara.
I was literally thinking to myself, I don't know which would be worse, like going to bed with that or starting my day with
Okay.
that.
Well, I went to bed last night. If you have not read it, close your ears.
I feel like this is going to have to be spoiler filled.
Yeah, that's true. If you don't want to hear spoilers, this might not be the episode for you.
Yeah. Read them first and then come back.
Last night, I literally read when she ate the gumball and what happened. And then I said, oh, there's still 30 minutes left. Okay, I'll just go to bed. And so that's where I ended. And then I woke up this morning because I was like, dang, okay. Woke up this morning, I'm listening to it. And after it ended, I was like, whew, that was a wild ride. That was literally my response. I was just like, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I didn't get emotional in any of it. I'm like, what's crazy is I feel like because I've read them so much, watched the movie so much, I feel like a little desensitized to some of it, which is something we can talk about later. So,
Sure.
okay, we're going to start off with some rapid fire questions.
Let's do it.
Okay, so not a lot of discussion here. Just try to like answer as quick as you can, and then we'll get into the different books. Okay, where were you in life? So, like, what stage of life were you when you first read The Hunger Games?
Okay, when I first read them or
very
first watched them?
Which did you do first?
I watched them first.
Okay,
Yes.
tell us that one then. First exposure.
So I think I was in early college.
Yeah, I was in college as well because we're closer in age than Summer.
I'm the
is.
baby of this group.
She is the baby.
Yeah. I read it for the first time, I believe in 7th grade as part of like a school.
Wow, you didn't have to tell everyone you were that much younger.
Well, I think
she
I
read
probably
it.
also read it earlier than you guys did.
Well, no, I read it in college. Okay, wait. You watched it in college?
Yes.
Oh, so then I read it in college.
I read it in 7th grade for like a book report.
So
Which can all be true because
Yeah.
we're like a little bit scattered.
yeah,
in
I
ages.
graduated with my master's in 2012. So
I was in high school in 2012.
I was in college in 2012.
okay.
And I watched.
So I'm the oldest.
these-
Okay.
I watched these movies as they came out.
And you hadn't read
so,
them though.
And I hadn't read them. And I started reading them after I watched them because I was like obsessed. I was so obsessed with Katniss. I was like, oh, I want to be Katniss. And then I was like, never mind. No, I don't.
Well, that
But
probably.
I just like love, I love the story.
Okay, so that actually probably sets up the next question pretty well. Who was your original favorite character?
Oh, yeah. Katniss.
Also
Yeah.
Katniss.
Mine was probably PETA.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
He was your favorite character?
Yeah, well, because of course I was like, Team PETA, but that third book of PETA, like he just, I've talked about this on podcast before, but like that book wrecked me.
Yeah.
And he was just always like my person
Yeah, no, I
because he's the
love
best
him.
character in the book.
Well, and I think that's why your favorite parts of like the first book are the parts that include him, like the cave scene. Like that makes sense to me that
Yeah.
he's your favorite.
Because I think, well, honestly, I think he's the best character as far as like who he is as a person, like if he was a real person, like his like character traits. He's the best person in the book.
Oh, he's an amazing person. Yeah.
I mean, maybe some side characters could be up there, but like the core characters, like he's like a genuinely like good person. Next question. I already know Summers. Which death traumatized you the most the first time?
Oof. The first time?
Well, the first time you went through the series.
The trilogy.
Yes.
Definitely Prim's. I remember being at a bookstore with you, and at one point, my body was shaking, reliving that as a woman in my 30s. And I read that, like, again, I must have been 19, late teens when I did read it, I was in my late teens. And so that anytime that comes out, I'm just like, it just hurts.
Yeah. That's yours too, isn't it, Summer?
No, Finnick was mine.
Finnick was mine.
Mm-hmm. Finnick was the reason that I could not reread them because like I still
really
for some reason it was Finnick.
Finnick's destroyed me, I think, because like I don't know if it was like he had just got his girl back and she was pregnant and it's like all the things, and for some reason, and then like for her to be the one who has to like drop it, I don't know, like that whole.
Honestly, maybe because Phoenix was so hard for me, the ending of Mockingjay was almost like I was numb. And so maybe Prim didn't hit me as hard.
Prim was hard too, but I just remember like crying when Finnick died. And I think I probably cried when Prim died too. I don't know.
Oh no, I sobbed when Prim died. I think for me, Finnick in my eyes was a soldier. Like he wanted to fight. And he went into it knowing that something could happen, and he was okay with that. Like he was willing to give his life.
Would you have felt that way if it was PETA or Katniss?
Well, PETA wanted to sacrifice himself the whole way through.
Yeah,
that's true.
I get what you're saying. That Prim
hers was more innocent.
He had a choice, whereas, and I think it just kind of goes back to one of those earlier lines in the book where, PETA says, I just don't want to be another piece in their game or a pawn in their game. And I feel like that's what Prim was.
Yeah.
Prim was very much a pawn in that game. And she was caught between two people who couldn't let go of the idea of power. And so to me, that innocence and that loss of like those bystanders, to me, hit so deep. And so for me, Finnick, I was like, man, I'm going to miss you. But like you knew what you were doing and Prim didn't.
That's a good point. She never made the decision to like go into fighting. She was there as a healer to help people.
But medics also know. But I think that she was sent.
She was so young anyway.
Oh, well, I
think that Coin Center, personally.
Yeah, that's one of the...
I literally was like, we're not going to discuss. And we're discussing. Okay, which district would you be in? So funny enough, we all took a BuzzFeed.
I made everybody take this quiz.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what we all got, and then we can say like if that's the district we would pick or not.
Okay. I got District 2, and BuzzFeed told me, you belong in District 2. You are brave and bold, and you don't care who knows it. In fact, you really think you should get more credit for all your great deeds. Nobody is doing it like you. Which
How accurate do you feel about that?
I kind of like what it says about me. I mean, I don't think I would pick District 2 though.
Okay, which one would you pick?
I feel like realistically, I'd probably be in like 10 or 11 because of my family's like background as like a wheat farmer, like I just feel like that's probably where I'd be.
But what do you want to be?
Well, the very first thing that comes to mind is probably District 4 because Finnick.
Same girl, same. I'm just kidding. Okay. On the BuzzFeed quiz, I got District 8. You belong in District 8. You're pretty fearless in general. Thank you. But especially so when it comes to fighting injustice.
Which, accurate.
Pretty accurate. You speak the truth no matter whose feathers it ruffles. Accurate. And you always stick up for the little guy. Accurate. Which in turn makes a lot of people look up to you. Sometimes. I actually, when I was thinking of this before we did the BuzzFeed quiz, I wanted to like look at what all the industries were. My original was 4 because I was like, oh, water and Finnick, and I could have a trident. But then once I read the industries, I was like, oh, 8, that's the one I tested for. Because that's like to textiles, so they like do the clothes and the fabric. I want that.
You want that?
Well, I mean, I would do that as a career.
The options.
The options. If I had to pick one of these terrible situations to live in. 8's kind of in the middle. it's like
Okay.
not getting all the focus, but also not like the worst. So
Okay.
8.
Sandy.
I got District 3. It says, you belong in District 3 like Beatty. You're incredibly smart, but also humble enough to know when to keep your head down without making waves. It leads other people to underestimate you sometimes, but that's their mistake.
Honestly, that's pretty good.
That is really good. I learned real quickly never to underestimate you
Okay.
when meeting you.
I
Like after I met you, I was like, wow, she's so freaking smart.
Wow. Thanks.
I'm always like, I gotta go talk to Sandy about this big, deep issue going on in my life so she can tell me how I'm supposed to live.
That's accurate. I don't know how this awful BuzzFeed quiz was so accurate because it was
know.
like pick a state and there was like 20
the quiz
options.
was so stupid. Okay, so that's a good one.
Wait, no. So that's what it gave you. Is that where you would put yourself?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know where I would put myself.
Yeah.
My instinct reaction when I got that is because District 3 is technology,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, oh, I'd be terrible in technology because life is just flying before me. I can't keep up. So I
But that
kind of
was
thought
all
I
your
would be,
focus.
yeah. But I am a great problem solver,
You are.
I will say. And I feel like that's what technology really is just figuring out how to,
Problem solved.
yeah. So I think I like it.
I like it. I like it for you.
Yeah, I like it.
So really though, Sandy's a career.
No, is 3 career?
No, they're not.
Is it
It's
not?
Nope,
skips 3.
it's 1, 2,
does
and
it-
4.
Oh, it skips it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
I
I
am
did.
a career.
Oh,
District 2.
District 2.
Keep
I
going.
did think I would
That's
have
true.
loved to be in District 1 for the luxury because I would love to be a princess.
I mean, yeah, again, like if we're
But
a princess as far as the districts go.
yeah.
But you have to like train. You have to be like
Oh yeah, no, I'd
ruthless and-
die like in
yeah.
the first 30 seconds.
I
so
literally
I'd
was
not
like,
be a
ooh,
career.
1 would be like, they got all the best goods. And I was like, oh, but they got to like,
I still have to go to the Hunger Games.
they got to train for it like their whole lives. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, thank you. Okay. Last question before we move on. Would you survive the games?
I don't think so.
No way.
Probably not. So then there's a follow-up question. How would you go? What would take you out?
Oh gosh. There's so many ways to go.
Honestly, probably pollen would take me out personally.
That is so accurate.
Your allergies?
Yes.
I'm with you on that one.
I would be smelling that deliciously smelling arena and then I'd be like,
Mine would be 100% my mouth. Like, not like fighting with people. I mean, yes, that too, probably. But like, I would be thinking I would be like being very quiet. And I would not be. Like, everyone would always find me
That's funny.
because I cannot be silent. Like, I would be gone so quickly because they'd be like, oh, let's track her down. And they would just hear me.
like that would be the smoke signal.
Yeah.
It's just like your
That's
voice.
hold on. Let's just listen for her. Oh, she thinks she's whispering. She's not.
That's funny. I would probably be so avoidant of any like actual fighting. Like I'd like go hide that the game makers would like send something after me and I would die horribly from like a mutant or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be you.
That would be me. Because I wouldn't want to kill anybody.
I would go way quicker. Like, I would be so early because of.
Well, that's the thing. Are we all getting killed in the bloodbath?
Oh no, I would run away.
No. We're not. I'm not dying in that blood.
Well, I wouldn't go into the bloodbath, but you know, there's all kinds of stuff that happens. They throw stuff at people.
I mean, I'm
and-
pretty scrappy. I think that
Yeah, I'm
like,
pretty
if it
scrappy,
came
too.
down to it,
I could fight a
I'd-
battle with my words.
but, well,
No.
no, I like. I mean, we don't
I
have to
get
get
people's
into it, but
heads.
like, you could.
I could.
Yeah, you could.
Hamish does it. Which one of the three of us would last the longest?
I think Summer.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm offended.
I mean, you just said it yourself,
I know.
girlie.
I was gonna say you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I think Summer would be too nice.
I don't know. Get me in the arena.
That's right.
I could see Sandy.
I could see Sandy because she is scrappy.
She is scrappy.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. If that anthrax pollen doesn't get me first, then I might have a chance.
I will say the way that they set up the arena for Sunrise on the Reaping, where everything was like beautiful but poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
To be
that's
like,
evil.
I wish they would have gone. We're not to that book, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
Next.
Okay, sorry.
This is what happens.
I was about to say
this
something.
is why this is a side saddle.
Right. I had to cut myself off literally because I was about to say something, but we'll get back to it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to move to the original trilogy. We don't have to spend as much time here because I feel like listeners are probably most familiar with the original. And also we've kind of been doing it anyways. But I do have a couple questions to ask. Were you aware how political they were when you first read them?
So
or watched them?
This is a good question. What are you going to say, Sandy?
No, I was not, because I was a teenager.
So you didn't pick up on the vibes when you were watching it?
No, I think I picked up on the injustice of it. And I think I picked up on like, this is not right. Like this shouldn't be happening. I remember when in Mockingjay, whenever they have that vote to do symbolic Hunger Games, I thought to myself like, this doesn't feel right.
That is a really good point though, Sandy, like the injustice of it.
Yeah. And so I think I felt that because I don't know if you either, I don't know, Becca, if you know this, but like my family, where they immigrated from, the reason they immigrated was because of a civil war. And it was very much the government, like against kind of like poor, you could say, right? It's like farmers and people who just had little access to education, little access to resources, and they were beginning to stand up for themselves. And so I grew up with that knowledge.
That context.
Context. And so whenever I saw that on screen, I was like, no, we need to fight against this, you know, and this isn't right. But it wasn't until my later years, you know, it wasn't as I grow up and continue to grow and continue to learn things about the world, I see new pieces of the Hunger Games that just hit a little bit harder. Like for me, this time around, the two individuals who cannot let go of that control, and I'm like, this is never about the people. This was always about who's going to end up on top. Which we know that. And so my issue is that like we knew that with Snow, but we didn't know that with Coin. And I remember feeling bamboozled by Coin. And
bamboozled, what a great word.
I was like, you lied to me. You had me in your corner, but you're trying to do the same thing. And that, I mean, you know, it's just, it gets a little heavy sometimes. That's why these books are important, because they let you process.
And they're that gateway for children. I mean, these are YA books.
Yeah. And not just children. I mean, process. I'm a grown woman who's beginning to really think deeply about these issues.
Yeah.
You know?
So I will say, I definitely didn't think of like the actual political allusions when I was reading it as a middle schooler into high schooler.
Yeah, you were like 7 or 7th grade. Sorry. I meant 7th grade.
She probably would have been 7 in 7th grade. She's so smart.
But I do think I read these around the time that like dystopian YA genre was so big. This is when Divergent was out. This was when like all of those books where it was always about like a smaller group fighting a larger injustice, like controlling thing. And I think that theme was so present. I was very steeped in that knowledge, but I agree. It wasn't until more recently, and even like I feel like I've seen more recently on social media, people are talking about, like, especially when Sunrise on the Reaping came out, they're like, Suzanne Collins is not being like quiet about this. Like she's being very explicit about these themes.
I know we're not at that book yet, but it fits this question. My favorite piece about Sunrise is how much it's highlighting propaganda. And how much, because I think when we think about propaganda, we think of like the enemy side, right? Like, oh, the enemy's using propaganda, but we forget that, like, I mean, there's like, there's only sides because of where you're standing, but like if you look at it from an aerial view, there's propaganda happening from both sides. And there's propaganda that's like, I don't know, trying to convince you to do one thing, which we may perceive to be the wrong thing, and propaganda that's trying to get you to do the perceived right thing, you know? And that, again, opened my mind to deeper thinking, like questioning any message I see through the media or any message I hear, or even listening to conversations between friends. I have to kind of step back and think, okay, what are our biases here? Because whenever we're having a discussion with like-minded people, it's real easy to feel like, oh yeah, we're in the right, or like absolutely this is the way it should be. And if you're not careful to step back and say, okay, but why is it that we're all agreeing? It's because we're all like-minded people. We really should be having these discussions with people who don't think similarly to us.
Yeah.
I think that was a very big message for me personally.
Well, and I think that's why like some of these huge series that people like love and adore, like that's why they're worth going back and reading as an adult too.
Yeah.
Because I went into reading The Hunger Games. I was in college and I was an English major and I had just read the short story called The Lottery.
Oh yeah. Shirley Jackson.
Shirley Jackson, The Lottery. And I remember being really troubled by that short story.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it might have been my sister. I can't remember. Who like, maybe I was talking to him about it or something. And she was like, oh, you need to read Hunger Games. And that's like how I got on it. So I kind of went in knowing that it was going to have a lot of that like injustice stuff.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't connecting it to like kind of what, like you guys were saying, like because of my age, like college sounds so old, but I was like,
you're still a baby.
18.
Yeah.
And so like I probably didn't see how like things could parallel maybe, but I definitely knew like that it was saying something political, but I don't know if I would have been able to fully identify like connections in my real world.
Sure.
But yeah, obviously rereading as an adult, you see so much.
You just have a different lens.
Yeah. Well, now we're consuming more of the media than we were in college.
We're probably
like,
much more.
The Pink Razor came out when I was in college. I'm really saying my age. Back in my day.
We're
like,
probably much more aware of like the political climate too, of where we live.
Yeah, we're just in that time of our lives.
Yeah. And consuming just way more
Propaganda
and media.
But think about how important these books are, because we're rereading them and we're reliving them, but it's also giving us a vehicle to talk to the younger people about it. You know, like my cousins who are younger, my brothers who are younger. I think
that the younger generation right now, those themes are going to make a lot more sense to them because of the political environment.
Well, also the technological environment that they live in. They might have more exposure to that stuff than we did when we were that age.
Way more, for sure. Okay, really quick though. How did we all, we're saying like, we don't know if we saw it or not. Maybe we all just sat there and accepted like these children murdering each other for entertainment. And I have like some really big thoughts on like the fact of watching people be hurt for entertainment or even watching like animals be hurt for entertainment.
Yeah.
And like I even said it earlier, like over time I've kind of become desensitized to these books and these movies where they don't hurt me the same way. So when I was reading Sunrise on the Reaping, like, it was all still devastating, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like that's horrible. I think that obviously, but like it just doesn't hit the same way. How do you guys feel about like violence for entertainment?
See, I almost think I'm the opposite, where as a kid, I just accepted it. I don't know. And like now, I've said this on the podcast before, I'm more sensitive to violence as an adult than I was as a child. I don't know. Like there was something about, we went and we rewatched The Hunger Games. It was the first time I have rewatched it since like it was in theaters, and watching the children kill each other, even though it's like, rated PG-13 or whatever.
But you also hadn't watched it in like 15 years.
Maybe.
Because Sandy and I watch it on repeat all the time.
Yeah, seasonally.
It was so like bracing for me to be like, oh my gosh, these are kids.
There are still scenes I don't like to watch when they're on.
Oh yeah.
Like I close my eyes at the bloodbath
I
scene.
always avoid, if I can, the Rue scene. Because it's just so hard. Yeah. It's so something for me, like the younger the child is.
What am I talking about? That might have been the worst death. Maybe even more than Finnick.
I mean, that one was,
Rue was hard.
Rue was very hard.
That one was hard.
Rue will send you into a spiral, I think. So I have to avoid it when I'm watching these movies. And reading the book, I kind of have to just be like, speed through it because it's just so hard.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Well, we obviously historically, we have done this for entertainment since like, I don't want to say the beginning of time. Like that, obviously it's an overgeneralization, but like think back to like the Colosseum in Rome. I mean, they literally would just throw people
gladiators.
They just throw people out there to die. The children is a different element, obviously. And I don't know much like historically. I'm sure that there are things.
Which I will say, isn't the Hunger Games, I don't know if it's based off of or if it's just like similar to there's like a Japanese novel. Is it Japanese Battle Royale? Where it
I
is
don't know,
kids
actually.
killing kids. And so I remember when I was reading The Hunger Games for the first time, people were talking about how like, oh, this is like, I don't want to say they called it a ripoff, but it was like similar to Battle Royale, which was like an original. I'm curious I'm going to look it up when that one came out.
Okay, well, while you're looking that up, I'm going to go to the next question. Sandy. We've already discussed where you were at when you read them. We've all done more recent rereads. Has anything changed from you like then versus now? Favorite character? Has it changed? Is it still Katniss?
Ooh. So I think as I've gotten older, seeing some of the purity in Peeta has really made me gravitate towards him. I definitely see Haymitch in a much different light now. I think I liked him, and I really loved Woody Harrelson's portrayal of that character. I thought he did great. And when we were watching the movie a couple weeks ago, I remember just kind of seeing some more softness in Haymitch's, like in his original, that I didn't get from him because I was so in Katniss's head, and he was just so like.
You see how tormented he is even in the first movie.
Yeah, and so I think when I was younger, I related so much more to Katniss that I kind of took on her point of view of him.
Yeah.
And as I get older and just kind of start to identify with some other characters, I'm like, man, Haymitch was really going through it. And we didn't know. You don't know.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Summer? Did you find that out, by the way?
Yes, Battle Royale is a Japanese dystopian novel about a class of junior high students forced to fight to the death on a deserted island as part of a totalitarian government program, published in 1999.
That does sound really familiar, actually. And I do feel like I remember someone telling me that back then.
That's the first time I think I've heard that. I mean, probably not, but I have no memory of that.
I don't know. That's so hard. I think I still would put Katniss as my top, but I agree with what you're saying about like identifying more with other characters as you like have more of their backstory.
Yeah, I think Peeta would still be one of my top, but Haymitch, even before Sunrise on the Reaping, like just rereading the original trilogy, I think reading him as an adult once like you've seen. Basically, I think what I like about Haymitch in like rereading as an adult is you see like how the Capitol punishes you basically forever, even once you end the games, like they're not ever done. And I think that his character just portrays that really well, and it's so tragic, and I do love me a tragic character in a book. So I don't know if I'd say he's my favorite, but he has definitely come up as being really important to me.
And well, very similar to that, Beetee. I feel like the Beetee things in Sunrise hit me so hard for that very reason. Well, and like Mags and Quirus and but like the Beetee things, again, how the Capitol just keeps punishing you. Ugh.
Yeah, it's so sad. So those things definitely have resonated with me a little bit more as an adult. I also still very much like Finnick. I think when I first read the books and watched the films, like I just thought Finnick was like hot. He was sexy. I mean, I can still watch those and be like, yeah, he's still good looking. But I think he has developed much more as a character for me, where you see how much he had to also play the game and then like what he brings to the table. Like I feel like kind of got overlooked probably whenever I was younger.
Yeah, I don't know that I fully understood all
the secrets type things.
Yep.
Yeah.
The strategy. I feel like his strategy for survival.
Yeah.
You know, and I think a lot about the other tributes too. There's been a lot of conversation online, obviously, with the new movie coming up and the trailer having just been released a little bit ago about what was in the first, I think Glimmer was her name, and her Victor, the two brothers from District, or the sister and the brother.
Oh, yes.
But there was a lot of conversation about how she would have known what it's like to be attractive and to be sold, and how she was like secretly possibly training her career in a wrong way so that she would lose, so that she wouldn't fall into that cycle.
Whoa.
Yeah. It gets real deep.
Dang.
Online.
Ding.
Online. Okay. One more question, then we got to move on from the original. But luckily we've hit some of my other questions for the other ones. So when you first read them, be honest, were you more in it for the love triangle like, were you reading it for that relationship, or were you reading it for like the full plot?
Well, I wasn't reading it for the political commentary as a middle schooler.
Schooler. I don't like how you said that.
I think that was the vehicle that pulled me in, and I think subconsciously, unknowingly, I was in because I was just so mad. And I think me personally, like having the family background that I have, I noticed that quicker, I think, than maybe some of the peers that I had.
I do also think that relationship makes the rest of the book not as heavy. Think if we didn't have any like hope or love happening and it was just that story.
Yeah.
Devastating.
I think I went in for the story. I don't know that
You didn't leave for the story.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the romance helped because that's something that I have always loved in a story. But I don't know that I picked it up being like, a romance.
Right. And I don't know that I stayed thinking, oh, the romance.
Just the story itself was so compelling. I wanted to know what was going to happen to Katniss.
It wasn't like Twilight where I was like, I want these two to be together.
It definitely was like that for me.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, Peeta's your favorite. So.
Yeah. And he deserved the world. And so I won't get on my thoughts about
it took me a while to want Peeta and Katniss to end up together. I think for a long time I didn't realize just how toxic Gale like their relationship would have ended up being.
Yeah.
Until I was a wee bit older.
See, I think I always wanted it to be Peeta, but I also don't know that I cared that they end up like perfectly happily ever after. Like I wanted Katniss to be okay.
Yeah.
Rather than I wanted her to be with Peeta.
I wanted Peeta to be okay. Which I don't necessarily know if everything he had to go through for her was healthy or good either.
Well,
but
I mean,
none of them. I mean, they all got like...
Yeah.
I'd probably say no.
Yeah. I was trying not to start an argument.
We don't argue here. We discuss passionately.
Okay. So ballads. So this is, what is it called?
Chronological number 4, but release number 4, chronological number 0.
Yeah. She labels it a 0 and it's
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Okay. So
that was so hard for us.
I could not get it out. All right. So we're going to move on. We will not do like a whole plot overview. So again, if you have not read this one yet and you don't want full spoilers, sorry. But this one is Snow's story. It is number 0, which I have questions about that because like it feels like there could be more. But where do you go from here? Like 0.25? 0.75?
You mean like between Songbirds and Sunrise?
Well, no. Like I just feel like there's other stories she could tell if she wanted to.
That's a good question. You think she'll write more?
I don't know.
Oh, I really hope so.
She just didn't really set herself up with a numbering system.
I don't know that she picked it. It might have been the publisher.
That's true.
That's right, because this one is 0.
And then
Sunrise is 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
So she wrote another one. It's like 0.75, 0.82.
Have you guys listened to people talk about her number theory?
No. Tell me.
That she loves things in 3s. And so that because there was like an original trilogy that there will be one more prequel.
I've heard
But what number would it be?
Well,
For her being a numbers person, I'm confused for her.
maybe it'll be, maybe we just don't know yet.
Guys, I have literally been like struggling with this number system because I'm like, I feel like there's a couple other stories that are really left hanging right now that I need more. But how are we going to do that?
Maybe a 0.25.
Well, we'll just let her
0.75.
worry about that.
I guess. So the Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes. How would you guys rate it on a 5-point scale? What did you give it?
Oh, Ballads?
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
I gave it a 4. And I think my Goodreads review was like, I don't know that I enjoyed this, but I can appreciate what she was doing with it.
Okay. I gave it a 4 as well. I think I definitely liked this one a little bit more than you did, like what was going on with the characters. I think Sandy and I are pretty similar in what we liked on it. Not that you didn't appreciate those things. It just wasn't as fun of a story for you.
Yeah.
I was like eating that thing up. Because podcast people, we know this because I've talked about it before. We were both really hesitant to read these books because I was like, I don't really care about Snow's like villain story. Like, I don't care. And then I ended up really caring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually why we're here. Is because I was like, you guys have to read these books.
That is
someone
true.
bullied us to read these books.
Hey, listen. I strongly encourage.
So before we get to my questions, really quick though, do you think that reading ballads added to the overall story for you?
Yes.
Okay. I also think so. The reason I asked this question is because I've heard a little debate in like my inner circle of readers where some people do not think it is needed. Like they just think that it like, I mean, yeah, it gives you more like background, but like why? Like we didn't need it to go beyond the original trilogy. Because one of the critiques I've heard, which I do think there is some value to this critique, so we're not just gonna bash, okay? I'm just kidding. Is that when an author is writing, we talked about this just recently, when an author is writing a prequel, but the series has already been written, well, what do you expect them to do? Because they already know the series. But some people have said it's like almost too on the nose. It's like when she was writing it, she just like had to like check boxes like, oh, I got to explain where the Mockingjay came from. Oh, I got to explain where this song came from. Oh, I got to explain this. And they felt like it was very like, not formulaic, but like it just felt, I'm putting words in their mouth a little bit, but like maybe like forced a little bit. Like it was just too on the nose. So some people are like, you're just going and just giving a backstory for each thing. Like, did you need to write a whole book to do that?
I think that's lore, right? I think that's the point of lore is that whenever you have a world or a universe, there had to be a beginning and then there had to be, unfortunately, an end for some of these characters.
Yeah.
And you kind of, when you want to know more, you get the whole story. And I just think some things are going to seem a little bit on the nose because of just what it is. Like her name is Katniss. Yes, Katniss is a plant. Plants have been on Earth for a really long time. So it's kind of nice to just have that come up again. Like, like this was a thing even back then.
Katniss is a good one because I will say like, I didn't necessarily think it ruined it for me. I definitely felt that more in Ballads than I did Sunrise.
Yeah.
Because it would be like, oh, this is this plant, but I prefer the name Katniss. Whatever. Well, when he mentions Katniss while he's in the games, and he's like, but he just like says it in passing. Like I feel like that felt a little bit more organic, where the other one felt like really intentional. I don't agree. Like I do think that these things matter, and I love the symbolism and like all the things. But I do feel like it was way more on the nose in Ballads than it was Sunrise. I felt like but I think it's because again, that was the original one she wrote.
Right. Well, I wonder if
she had less things to answer in the second one.
Some of the reason that it felt maybe more forced is because there was just more time distance between when Songbirds happened and when like the original trilogy happened. Like it was like how many years? 40 something years. And so like actual connections would maybe be a little bit more forced versus where Sunrise, like these are a lot of the same characters repeating.
Well, and they also had already been answered in Ballad, so she didn't have to go into as much.
Yeah, I think that whenever we think about it through this critique, we're going backwards. We're thinking like, oh, well, yeah, of course, this was already established for us in the original trilogy, and now she's talking about it in the prequel. Like, what does it matter? But when we think about it moving forward,
like you read it chronologically.
President Snow lived this first, and now we get the sense of like why she's such a threat, or why he was so worried about her specifically, and you just kind of see how her name, where she comes from, her lineage, like how all of those little pieces are getting under his skin to the point where he hates her enough to really torment her. And it makes you, I think, a little bit more cognizant of that.
Yeah, so
which I like. Like I liked rereading the trilogy and rewatching the original trilogy and similar to what I do with Hamish, I'm like, oh, I know why you're doing that. I look at Snow and I'm like, oh, I get it.
I think it's the same thing authors do whenever they write books and then they publish like special chapters from another character's point of view. I feel like it's pretty similar to that.
Yeah.
I do agree, though. I think if you think about it as you're reading it chronologically, then it doesn't feel weird because you wouldn't have known those things.
Yeah.
It's just that we do know them, so they do feel.
Like I have heard some people say like, oh, it just feels like she published fanfic. And I just don't agree. I think
But I mean, even if she did, it's her own fanfic. She's still the author.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, what do? You know, there's only so many.
No, it's too clean to be fanfic.
Wow.
Fanfic would have had them getting it on in both those books.
I will say, and I feel like I'm about to repeat some of the things that you have told me, Sandy, like the value of it on its own is a lot of that psychological piece and a lot of the like trying to make the reader think about themes of like you have mentioned, this is the other perspective of the war. Yeah. Like Snow went through a lot of trauma on the other side of the war and how that like impacted his thought process and the way he made decisions or even like the creation of the games themselves. Like a lot of that, the way that it is supposed to make the reader think about those themes, I think has value, even if it is a bit on the nose sometimes.
Yeah. I also think, to add to that really quick, like I feel like it can feel on the nose when you read it and you only have the Hunger Games to think to, because when I was reading it, I was like, oh, this looks, or this is why he thinks it's about Katniss, or blah, 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 like the whole list of the things. But then when I read Sunrise, I was like, no, this is a continual theme. Like he's doing the same things to Haymitch. The same things are triggering him. This isn't all just about Katniss. Like, I mean, yes, a lot of it goes down to Lucy Gray, but that is like a huge piece of Haymitch's story as well.
It's just like the District 12. And
District 12 in general.
District versus Capital.
Because when I was reading it at first, I was like, oh, this is all why he treats Katniss like this. But then you see how he treats Haymitch, and I was like, oh.
Right.
It's not just Katniss.
I agree. I think the reason that Ballads adds so much value to just the series as a whole is because it really sets you up to take in Sunrise. I think it really sets you up because you already have a lot of the back history with the Covey, and you have a better understanding of, well, Snow's been in 12. He knows what it looks like, and he knows. Like, I think at one point he makes a reference like, oh, yeah, I know you're
the scene.
Yeah. And he mentions something about the Covey, like, what's her name? And he like,
what's her color?
What's her color? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it adds to a level of his like, creepiness
and like psychological to Haymitch.
Yeah. I think that was the next question was kind of like, what did you really like about the book, and then what did you really not like about the book? I think my big like for the book is, and it's hard to admit this, but like how relatable Snow really is in the book, because I mean it comes down to how Lucy Gray at the end is like, we all have this in us, but you just have to stay like on the right side of, like, you go one way or the other way, because he slowly just keeps justifying everything he does. And even to the reader, even though like I never rooted for him, because it was easy to like not root for him because I knew who he was going to be. But I kept being like, I mean, yeah, that kind of was self-defense. Like, what else would you have done in that situation? Like, I would have done the same thing, you know? And so it's like, you are kind of like, you understand how he manipulates himself until it gets to Sejanus. And that's where things shift for me, where I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. The governor's daughter too was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But you know what? In the book, that does feel more of like a tussle, where, Summer, I have a confession.
What?
I watched the movie without you.
What?
She looks so sad.
She didn't watch it with me.
I watched it with my husband.
Okay.
I'll watch it again because I needed to pick up more things. And
but I'm sad that you told Sandy. Well, and Sandy knows that you watched it.
I literally told her yesterday, and I said, I'm going to tell Summer live on air.
It also fell out of her mouth. So,
and I literally told her, I'm going to tell Summer while we're recording.
She did.
I'm just sad.
And I told her, she's going to say, what? And then she's going to say, okay.
She literally
did. Yeah.
You guys know me so well. It's okay. I forgive you.
I didn't even really think about it. I was just like telling Johnny about the book and like telling him the summary of it or whatever. And then that night we were picking a movie and he's like, well, why don't we watch that one? I was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh
wait.
But we had already started.
So I forgive you.
So I was going to say though, in the movie, not a spoiler, you've already read the book, but like it's way more like he just like picks up a gun and shoots her. Like in the book, it is more of like a tussle. They're kind of like all fighting. And in the book, no, he just like, she's running away and he just like shoots her in the back. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's way worse. So Yeah. Not that it was good in the first place.
It's all bad.
It's all bad. But on a scale, that's a 10 where he was at like an 8.
Well, I wonder, this is a question about perspective in the book.
It's
since
his
we're
perspective.
in his perspective, do you think maybe, I mean, also this is like so nitty gritty here, but maybe it was less of a tussle in reality, but the way he justified it to himself.
Right. That's what I'm saying though. Like you get lost in his justification.
Yeah.
And like you start almost like not believing it with him, but you understand
How he got there.
Yeah. And I'm like, how often do we do that?
Oh yeah. Well, because we, our human nature is to rationalize our behavior.
Yeah.
And it takes a pretty high level of awareness to know that what you're doing isn't, let's just say, beneficial to all. You know, like to where do we draw that line between right and wrong?
As in watching movies without other people.
That was wrong.
I'm going to hold that over your head now.
I know. I shouldn't have told her. I should have just been like, yeah.
Thank you for being honest.
I will watch it with you again because I want to
Okay.
watch it again.
Okay. Okay, I will answer something that maybe I didn't like about it, or maybe not that I didn't like it, but I didn't expect the pacing of it. I think I was expecting more of a repeat of the pacing and plotting of the Hunger Games, where the games themselves were the main thing.
I do think that is a little, it's more his time in the district.
Well, yeah, the games are over so much earlier in the book than I anticipated because it has to get to him being in District 12. And I mean, I went in with no context of any of that. So I think the pacing was kind of funny for me, and that might have impacted some of my enjoyment too, of like my expectations versus how it turned out.
You were more wanting the murdered kids in the arena.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Just no murdered animals.
Yeah, that's too far.
I really liked just how much it added to my knowledge about the Hunger Games, the history of it.
Yeah.
It almost felt like a walkthrough in a museum of like, Panem history.
Yeah.
One of the parts that really sticks out in my mind is when they talk about how viewership is low.
Yeah.
And how they need to increase engagement. And so part of why the Hunger Games have been so disastrous is because they're just trying to get people to get on board with something
it's
that
literally
is
a class
so terrible.
assignment. It's a class assignment. How can we make more people watch this?
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, it really is. And it was really interesting to kind of ponder on the assignments that the professor, it's not
name?
Professor Keating, that's from, but it's that same actress.
The
Viola
Dr.
Davis.
Dr. Gale?
Yeah, Dr. Gall.
Gall?
There we go. It was very interesting to think about those assignments and him really thinking through things and thinking back to why the dean hates him so much.
Well, and he's answering them to get the grade too. It's not that he even...
The morality of it.
The morality's not in question. He knows what the professor wants.
Right, because he just wants to propel himself forward
he's gotta land on top.
in this. Yeah. He just... And the entire time is thinking about how is my answer going to get me where I want to be, which
again,
ultimately is a sense of stability and security for his family.
But that's also what I'm saying, which again, though, is so human.
Yeah.
How many times do we all like do whatever it takes to get a promotion, do whatever it takes to get a job, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that, that's where your morality comes in. That's where your ethics come in, and you have to decide as your own human, not let others influence you, right? I think that's why I really love this book, is because propaganda influences you so much. You have
she's
to
talking about
decide.
Sunrise.
Yes. Yeah. You have to decide what kind of person you want to be. What are your ethics going to be? What is your moral code? And to your point, like, how far are you willing to go, and what are you absolutely willing to not ever do?
Yeah.
And I think that's why I loved Katniss so much, and especially when she's having that discussion with Gale, like, so you would murder, and I forget exactly how it goes, but she's asking if he would like, murder, and he's like, how is it any different? Yeah. And I think at that point she realizes that he's again, just in survival mode, where we think Katniss is in survival mode all the time, and she is, but she still has a
But
strong
he is
moral
definitely
code.
closer to the line of going the other way.
Oh yeah.
Choices
seeking power.
Yeah.
Or just coming out on top, right? For
Yeah.
him, it was about winning. For him, it wasn't about being right.
Well,
it
he
was
wanted to be
definitely-
respected.
Yeah.
Like
and
he wanted respect.
He wanted to
Yeah.
be out from under the foot of
right.
So really quick, one of the things that I think on that same note, what I really liked, and you mentioned it a second ago, and I know Sandiey was kind of who told us that theme, but like getting to see the other side of the war was so powerful for me because like in the Hunger Games, the original trilogy, we don't know that they suffered, that the Capitol suffered.
Right.
But like Snow is legitimately also starving.
And
Right.
traumatized.
And traumatized.
yeah. Lost
His clothes
family
are
members.
tattered. Yeah.
Yes, like he's lost his mother, he's lost his father. Like I mean, it's
About to
like,
lose his home.
his life is tragic.
His grandma's older.
Yeah. And like so and then to see, I remember being so shocked in that book that even the mentors, which are the students, it's like the first time they've ever had mentors. If you haven't read it, you don't plan to. And they're all students about to graduate and they place them over the districts or whatever. And how many of them die as well in this game series. And so it's like, I was just like, they don't even care about their own children.
No.
Like the life of both of these children do not matter. The district children
And
or the capital children. Like that is not even a concern.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Because they literally are sacrificing their own as well.
Well, I think that is one of those trial and error things that happen. In the
But I feel like that's
Capitol.
very Gale thinking, I guess was what I meant. Like, I mean, some people, for us to figure this out, we might have some casualties.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what he says, especially whenever they're strategizing about how to get into the nut. And he is, Katniss is like, people will die.
And I think
like,
that's what
gonna
she
happen.
recognizes is because that is very capital thinking in her mind.
Yeah.
Even though I also, again, I think that is just very human nature.
War thing.
Until-
that's exactly what I was thinking. It's very
Wartime thinking,
war strategy.
Which like you said, something interesting about the Songbirds is like it enriched your perspective of things. I thought it was really interesting also like how poorly done the games were, how poor the viewership was.
Oh, yeah.
And like
They're so
seeing how do we get to the point that we do in the original trilogy where the games are what they are, seeing where it started.
Well, to see that Snow almost brings more like dignity to these people, even though he doesn't care about that.
No.
But he does make the games more humane, even though they are
right.
just still terrible.
That whole evolution of
Like,
like
they're not just like dumped in a cage in the zoo.
Do you think that's done to help us, the readers or the viewers,
I think it's
anticipate that or feel that he is like teeter-tottering the line? Like that he's like towing the line
possibly,
a bit?
or I think that he just knows it's going to get better viewership.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
don't know
do
that he
think-
actually cares about the dignity of the
But
capital
at
or the
the
district
beginning,
children.
at the beginning of the book, I think he did. He did not like that they weren't feeding them because he was like, "You're putting these people in the games, and you haven't fed them in 2 weeks." And so, like, he might not know. It might not be that intentional of a thought, but he is struggling with some of those
Do
things.
you think he's struggling with it because he was the one in the cart with them going and then in the zoo with them? And once he saw that and
Possibly.
experienced that, then he was like, oh.
Yeah.
But I think we can agree there's value in Songbirds and Snakes. We all found value in it, even like if we have varying levels of how much we enjoyed it or like rated it or all of that.
Yeah. Okay. Honest question. Got to be honest. When you watch the movie, you've at least seen clips of the movie. You know who the actors are. Does Tom Blythe have any sway on how we feel about President Snow? Those curls. I'm telling you.
Oh, he's hot. I don't know that Snow being hot matters.
But-
I don't know.
I don't know that it did anything.
But were you
for
drooling
me.
over him a little bit, I guess?
No.
Okay, well, just me.
He is a droolable guy.
Those curls.
Well,
That's a whole rant. I could go on about like how we like romanticize villains by making them like pretty villains. But that's a whole nother conversation. We don't have time.
Okay.
Okay. let's move to Sunrise on the Reaping. We have talked a lot about it.
Can I just say one more thing about Ballads? Can we talk about Sejanus just a little bit?
Rip.
His character.
Wow.
I mean, if we're talking about like internal struggle and we're talking about someone who knows that like his family would benefit from staying shut, you know, like keeping quiet and just do as you're told, be a good soldier. And he is not.
He is so like moral and ethical and driven by that.
Do we think that character is what bothered Snow? Do we think that because Sejanus was so strong and confident in who he was as a protector of the people, that is what got under Snow? Or do we think that it's because he was District 2 and his family, they joined enemy forces and they reaped fantastic benefits from that decision? Do we think that that's what got under Snow's skin?
I have an opinion about this. I don't necessarily know if it's either of those things, in my opinion. What I think it is, and to be honest, I just watched the movie recently, so like how it was acted, I think showed it very well. I would honestly need to go back and reread some of the moments I'm thinking about from the movie to see how they overlapped in the book. Because I usually tend to be like, obviously I'm going to go with how the book did it more than the movie. But I feel like he was acted very like well in the book, where you see the movie with the turmoil and all the things. But what I feel like in the movie was getting under Snow's skin, because he like goes off on him at one point where he's like, you are sacrificing the people around you because you cannot get yourself together. And he's like, your decisions don't just affect you. Your decisions also affect me because I'm your friend. And then Sejanus just continues to go behind his back and do things where ultimately Snow's like, dude, like I've got to turn you in, because in Snow's head, it's treason. Which again, it is treason, but we think it's the right treason. He thinks it's the wrong treason. And so like, I feel like he's almost too much of a liability.
Sure.
For Snow. Like
in Snow's perspective, yeah.
Yeah, because, I don't think that, but like for Snow, because I do think that Snow cares about him in a way, as much as Snow can over time. More so once they get to 12, I think that they do become pretty close. And then once he starts seeing him like sympathizing with the rebels, it's like Snow.
I think both of the things you mentioned are also factors. I for sure that he is District, because Snow never.
I feel like
he never
why
lets
I
that
said
go.
that though is I think that shifts though. Like I think at first he's like, I don't like this guy because he's not capital, but then I do think that he does ultimately consider him a friend.
Sure, but I think he's still conflicted about that. Like he's still conflicted about like his mother, Sejanus' mother, because again they're capital and she has these little trinkets from the District. And like, I also think that's a really good point, that him being so like strong in his moral code probably does bother Snow, because he is like fighting between.
But I think it's the opposite of what Snow thinks his moral code is. That's what I'm saying. Like Snow very much believes that he's being treasonous.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like your moral code, like you're a peacekeeper. Like you chose this life, and as a peacekeeper, you have to do A, B, and C, but you don't want to do A, B, and C because you'd rather do this.
I guess I was thinking about in the arena, like when he goes in to try to save Marcus.
Okay, I think I'm thinking later relationship.
Because I think that Snow maybe forces himself to think about Sejanus differently once he begins to notice the benefits are also extending to him.
And see, I think that's the motivation for all of his stuff, even though I don't think he's fully conscious of it.
But I do think that Sejanus tends to get under his skin, and on a subconscious level.
I would definitely say early, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Later, I feel like it changes, but that's just my opinion on how I read it.
Yeah, I think later on, he just becomes really annoying to Snow. Like, I think Snow's very annoyed by him.
He's like, why can't you let this go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like, why can't you just do what I need you to do, basically. As someone who, Snow wants to be in power and control over people.
Well, Snow doesn't want anything to make him look bad.
Right.
So anyone in his life who has a potential to make him look bad, he has to eliminate.
Right.
Okay, let's move on to Sunrise and the Reaping. So this is Haymitch's story. Again, we've dealt with tons of the themes and stuff like that. So those are not really the things that I'll probably narrow in on. But I want to ask the same thing. How did you rate it?
Oh, I gave it 5 stars.
I gave it 5 stars.
I gave it 5 too.
It was a 5-star book for me.
I definitely thought this one was stronger than Ballads, not just because the characters were more likable. I just thought it was stronger written too, in my personal opinion.
It again is more of the familiar structure of the original trilogy, whereas Songbirds was a little bit more deviant.
To be honest, I thought the psychological journey was stronger in Ballads than this one. Like, I wish I would. I know.
What?
I know. I think the trauma of what he goes through is different, but I think the inside the head, seeing like the weird how thoughts get twisted was more interesting to me.
Do you think
Snow's head?
I wonder if that is because that book is slower paced.
Probably.
And we get to sit with his
Probably
more of
turmoil
the
a little
focus.
bit longer. Whereas in Sunrise, something happens and you have to be like, oh my goodness.
Right.
And then something else is happening.
Right, because I think
very
we're in the
quickly.
games. And he'll say things like, I'm never going to forget that image. But then he has to go on to the next thing.
Yeah.
So I felt like I didn't get as much of like the psychological damage.
Yeah, he's just barreling through.
Yeah.
Okay, this is something I have been waiting to talk about with you, Becca, because I had this thought, and I've already talked about it with Sandy, because I was like, Sandy, I think, because the beginning of Sunrise, for some reason, like the reaping itself was so much more emotionally heavy.
Oh, yeah, because it's horrible.
Well, than the reaping of Katniss
Oh, yeah.
in Prim. And
It's way worse.
in my mind, the way I can think of like the parallel between both being from District 12, both being reaped, both like not really in the correct way, I think Katniss was so detached from her emotions because of the way she had to like provide for her family, whereas Haymitch didn't have that distance, that emotional distance. And so
he's so
his
lovely.
perspective in that moment, seeing all of the injustice going on, just like hit harder for me for some reason. Whereas I think Katniss was a little bit more emotionally distanced.
Yeah.
So that's my,
Well, yeah, because
Like the way those
you're in a
those
different
scenes
head.
were
yes,
written.
the way the scenes themselves
Well,
were
because
written.
one, you're seeing one through Katniss' perspective and then one through Haymitch's. I think it was a little jarring at first for me too, because the Haymitch we know is only from the original. And then you get this like, just like this romantic, like he's so sweet. He's so kind. He just believes in love like so much. So then for the injustice of his reaping, like we all know he's going to get reaped, but I had no clue that his name wasn't going to be drawn.
Yeah.
Like that it was going to be like an unfair,
It's
Yeah.
like a fake reaping
I saw something on the online that said that each of the District 12
on the online.
tributes had only been reaped once.
Wow. And it was for the 75th.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, they've only been reaped once. So like Haymitch was reaped at the 75th and PETA stepped in, or PETA volunteered. And the 74th, PETA was reaped. And the 75th, Katniss was reaped, and she volunteered in the 74th.
That's
And
wild.
Haymitch had
Wow.
not been reaped
Yeah.
in
Just
the 25th.
The
The
whole
online.
Yeah, the online.
On
they
the
really
online.
On the
think
online.
deeply
Oh,
about
by the
stuff.
way, I'm also Becca's ESL friend. So if some things sound funny to you,
Oh my gosh,
that's
guys.
why.
I forgot about
We
that.
have been laughing about this so hard. I was talking about Sandy in an episode, and I could not get the word bilingual to come out of my mouth. So I was like, we have an ESL friend. Because I work in academics, and like that's like the term that we
English
use.
is a second
Yeah, like
language.
that we use in like academic setting. And literally, like the day, I don't remember when I like text Summer, or I don't know, called you or something, and I was like, Summer, did I literally call her my ESL like friend? And I was like, the word is bilingual. I was so embarrassed. I like text Sandy. I was like, before you listen to the podcast, I called you ESL friend or whatever. Yeah. So.
No, the way you said the online, I thought of it more as like a millennial than as an
Yeah,
ESL.
I definitely thought of it. I definitely thought she was like an old person, where we're like that interweb.
Oh, the online.
Oh, the online, the internets.
I loved the way you put that. That was great.
She also called Google Uncle Google yesterday.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Google.
and that one really got me.
Let me ask Uncle Google.
I was cracking up.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next question?
Okay, so what is one of the things that you liked most? You can only pick one of that book. Like, what was I know, what we have time's sake. What did you really like about Sunrise? It can be a general, but
I'm going to break the rules. I have two, but I'm going to go fast. One, the arena. Like I said, the like disparity between like how beautiful it was and how poisonous it was and deadly.
The comment I was going to make on that earlier was that like how brutal is that to have like food hanging above your head, but you can't eat any of it and you're starving.
Well, he even made a comment about like the air being funny. Like they were probably drugging them through the air. Crazy. Okay, so that was number one. Number two was like the relationships between who we later see as I guess they're still mentors and like Mags and Wyris and like Beatty. Like
getting to see them young as well or younger.
That was like, oh my gosh, it hit me.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm also gonna break the rules.
Gotta be quick.
I love the Beatty storyline. Yeah. Like I love
that one was brutal, y'all.
Yeah, that hurt my soul in such a way that I was like, I'm ready to fight the Capitol all over again. It was like I was raging whenever I found that out. But I remember in the moment I was just so numb. Like, of course, this is how that would go down.
Another thing I liked, the tokens. The way that the tokens came into play and like...
You stop it.
Okay, I'm done.
That's 3 for you. Okay. Sandy cannot remember.
She took my other one.
Yeah, Sandy couldn't remember for second one.
So I can keep coming up. Keep
it. It's because I let my heart go to a tender place thinking about Amber. Okay. I remembered. It's the Plutarch storyline.
Oh, yeah.
It's the part
that was one of my favorite parts too.
Where we find out that the revolution or the rebellion or
like
whatever
he's at it from the beginning.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. Because I remember having that thought rereading the original trilogy of like, this seems fast. It wasn't. It was underground for decades.
And so there is some chatter that the third book might be
Plutarch.
I want it to be Tigress.
I just don't know that there's enough.
What are you talking about? She goes from being his like biggest fan, like cousin, to like
a tiger
hiding Katniss because she's so angry at the Capitol of what they did to her.
Okay, maybe more could come up. I just don't know that there's like when I think about the two.
Maybe we'll get some novellas.
Ooh.
Maybe.
So if you're listening to us, Suzanne Collins.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have said something about like Finnick's games. I don't know that I want his games. I would almost want like as a victor.
But okay, a lot of people have a lot of feelings about that because then we're talking about a 14-year-old.
Yeah, that's true. That would be really hard to write.
And you're also talking about some sexual things.
Yeah. But I think just because I did
that's
really
the fanfic
like being on the other side of the war, I really did like that it forced me to take their perspective, right? Because I would have never wanted to go there. But it forced me to take that perspective just for a second and stand in their shoes. And I think I want a little bit more of what that looked like.
Yeah.
So I think it could be really great if it was Plutarch, Cinna, other people, you know, who were
how they all
part
got
of
involved.
the rebellion.
That would be really interesting. Yeah.
I would love that. I'm really hoping
Suzanne Collins, are you listening?
Okay. One of my favorite concepts, and I'm just going to say it and move on because you kind of dealt with it at the beginning, the section, because that one's broke into like parts about posters.
Yeah.
And it being like the propaganda. I really like that. And then for it to come full circle, that's what the orange paint was that Maisley was referencing on Lenora Gray's hands or whatever. We have sweet baby Haymitch. I feel like we've talked a lot about him.
Talked a lot about Haymitch.
I did. I had a friend right after she read this. You guys know her as well, but she was like weeping. And she literally was like, Haymitch should have drank more. Like, what happened to him? Like, he should have been even more of an alcoholic.
I've seen that.
That was the way that all of that unfolded was evil.
Well, I literally knew. I was like, okay, well, how's all these people going to be murdered? Because obviously we know Haymitch has nobody.
Right.
Like, we know that from the beginning that he has no one. He's lost everybody.
Right.
And so...
But how we get there.
Oof. What about any other tributes who should get shout outs? I think Maisley should get a shout out. What a baddie.
Honestly, she was great. The way that he talked about his doves was so interesting to me. I loved the whole like alliances.
Yeah, sorry, I called her Lenora Gray. Lenora Dove, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
All of it was so interesting. The way that they did the alliances, the way they presented themselves. Okay. I have another, the internet, the online. I saw someone say this about how like Peeta and Katniss watch the games when they're like on the train, and how that more than likely was like the Capitol's propaganda version versus like the reality of what he went through. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
Knowing what we know about how they alter things.
Yes. And so that just kind of, it's just, the message behind propaganda is so crazy with these books, because Katniss doesn't really like Haymitch.
Right.
And she has his games to like make decisions about him. And so how the people who did not love him, right?
Yeah.
How they viewed him and how they treated him after the games.
Now, we don't know for sure what the original audience saw versus how they shaped it after.
He doesn't even know. Like,
he's like, I don't know if they saw me do anything or if this is the version they saw.
Yeah.
But probably.
But the fact that he was trying to destroy the arena and the fact that, that he was unknowingly a piece in the rebellion plan, the rebel plan, and then he was just like going with it, and then he had to hide from Katniss that she was part of the rebel plan, because he knew that if she knew, it wouldn't go well.
I will also say though that like I did kind of struggle with that thinking about it, which I haven't thought much about this, so we don't have to get into it, but like he finally keeps his promise of that he like will stop the sun from rising or whatever. But he had to do that at the risk of someone else's life that he wasn't giving full truths to. Like he was sending someone to slaughter and not giving her all the details. And they knew that, because she's like, why wouldn't you tell me these things? It's like, because we knew you want to do it, or we know blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like they were purposely keeping things from her. So what was his motivation there? Was it for Lenora Dove? Was it for the overall like rebellion? Was it to actually keep her safe? Like I feel like that's kind of a complicated, and I think it's probably complicated for Haymitch.
Yeah.
I feel like he does show more struggle with it in the books than the other characters do, for sure. But
well, again, when you're so desensitized to 30, 20 something years of your tributes that you're supposed to be mentoring dying.
Yeah.
How much
but
can you actually try to keep herself?
Oh, I will say though, him calling her sweetheart, because that's what he called Luella.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
Okay.
That whole
Luella
storyline.
of it all.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking Lulu. That like
that
shell of a person, that was
creepy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could just keep talking.
I know.
Yeah.
Really quick. So there is the new movie's coming out. I think November 20th is the date I saw. I know it's November.
I think
it's like
so,
around Thanksgiving. Yeah.
So I wanted really quick, what are your fears of the adaptation? Like what is something that they better not mess up?
I hope the like Ampert storyline is as like resonant in the movies.
Okay.
I hope the epilogue. I hope that hits. Like I hope that the way that they weave that in.
Because aren't they returning?
I've heard rumors.
That it shatters me and it sends me into a deep spiral for days.
I do
like
love
I
at
want
the
them
end.
to do it that well.
I will say though, I do love in that epilogue where he's been so ready to die his whole life, and he's like, "But I can't go now because of my family."
Yeah.
The geese.
For me, it was the geese.
She literally rips my heart out in epilogues. Okay.
Yeah.
What was yours?
Oh. I just wrote the questions. I didn't think about it. Honestly, I really want the him and Maisie, because I want to see her. Like, I want her to defy them every second.
Yeah, she was so good at that.
And then, like, whenever she made her own fork in the arena, and he's like, she won't even let them like
take that away
from her. I really hope that she is so strong in the books, which I read the movie, which I think she has to be.
Yeah.
What is something that, like, not saying that you want to cut, but what scene cannot emotionally survive an adaptation? I know immediately.
Emotionally survive?
Like, it's going to be too hard to watch.
Oh, I don't want the squirrel.
I literally put death by squirrel.
I don't want that.
They have to do that a different way, right?
No, I think they're going to do it. They just may not show
I
it.
don't want them to show it.
Yeah.
If they just show me those bones after.
Or I will die right there.
I think I'm going to be like snotty crying in the theater. Like, it's not going to be a fun experience
No, not at all.
necessarily.
Like, I just feel like, how does that survive an adaptation? Like, how do you do
Like
that?
the rating, like that's not going to be PG-13.
But also, the birds. Maisley?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also am really worried about what was her name? Wally? She's the one that he like hides and leaves her the blowgun, and then what's her face cuts her head off and holds it up.
Oh my gosh. That was like the most jarring, like visual.
I didn't expect that.
No.
I expected her to like die, but I didn't expect like
A severed head. Yeah.
and that's like the final thing that just like Haymitch like goes after her. Okay. I'm also really afraid of like the fandom. I'm getting really scared of like fandoms.
There's definitely a
Why?
dark side to fandom.
There's just a dark side. Like, are they going to like overall hate it and then just destroy these people
I
like they
don't
do the
listen to them.
characters?
I just scroll past there.
Are they just gonna like romanticize Haymitch's trauma? Okay. Anyways, all right. We're tying it up. Okay.
Okay, tying
These
it
are
up.
rapid fire.
Oh my God.
Why do you keep returning to the Hunger Games?
Oh, I learn
one
something
sentence.
new every time.
Okay.
I trust Suzanne Collins to take me on a journey and make me think deeply about how it impacts my world too.
Yeah. I think mine is because how the humanity of it, how all these characters in a way somehow reflect all of us, even the
Yeah.
bad characters.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that about wraps it up for our Hunger Games conversation. But before we go, I have one more parting question for you. Okay? What is one of your hot takes or unpopular opinions about the Hunger Games?
I don't think I have any hot takes.
Of course you don't.
You said that with so much venom.
I did. These two think the Hunger Games can do no wrong
Okay. I mean,
because I have a lot of
they
hot
are
takes.
perfection, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I have a lot.
Let's hear them.
Okay. Well, my first one is that Effie deserved better in the books. Okay. I was so glad we got her. Like, shout out to her and Sunrise and the Reaping because she's awesome.
Yeah.
I was so excited because okay, hold on really quick. I was very interested in how we were going to get from the crappy guy to Effie. Like, I like that we got to see that transition happen.
Oh, yeah. The gator dude.
Yes.
Yes.
Who like didn't show up for anything. And then you find out that he's like married to the terrible, like previous Effie, which that lady is horrible.
Crazy.
Like the way she treats the District
Yeah.
12 during the reaping.
She's like,
Well, have you seen her in the trailer?
it's Glenn Close.
She's crazy looking.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't either.
Well, should we watch it right now?
Should we watch it really quick?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's pause.
Pause.
Okay, guys, we just watched the trailer. So really quick before we get to the rest of my
Hot take.
hot takes. What did you think, Summer?
It was powerful.
I told
Honestly,
you.
like the music and the it looks so good.
I like the casting.
Yeah.
I watched that trailer repeatedly, maybe 5 times.
Really?
One morning. And I think I immediately texted you, I need you to get on these books.
Yeah, I think that's what made you bully me into reading them right now.
Because at that point, I was like, I just don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep these crazy
Because the trailers are going to
surprises
start
from
showing
you.
up in theaters.
Yeah.
Like they're going to.
Well, and the memes are just out of control.
Well, and so our other friend that was on our trivia team has been sending us things, and Sandy would immediately text me and be like, don't look at the message she just sent you. Don't open it.
I was like, oh my God, I'm working overtime.
You genuinely were protecting me from spoilers.
And then she just gave up one day and said, "No more."
And I said, okay, I'll read it. And this is where we are.
Okay, so talking about the trailer really quick, I read an article, I think I just read it yesterday, about the casting for Haymitch or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know the guy's name. I think he's going to be a good Haymitch.
He's cute.
His voice is interesting though.
Yes.
But
He's from a different continent.
Oh.
I forget. I think it's New Zealand.
Oh.
surprised I didn't make him
his
do an
name's
American
like-
accent though.
Joshua something.
Hutcherson?
No.
Okay. Anyways, that when they were doing the casting for him, which first of all, the casting was crazy because
so good.
they were doing the casting before the book had even released.
Yeah.
And so like they didn't even know what the book was going to be. So the director, she had to go to like someone's house. I can't remember who it was, and pre-read the book with Suzanne Collins, her and this like her other partner or whatever. So they would know the storyline on who to cast before it was even published. So like they literally like had like a secret reading of it. Then once it released, whatever.
Yeah. I will say the way that they announced all of the casting, like as the book was newly released, was like everything has been so well done.
Yeah.
The way they've been releasing
and I
it.
think that's why they wanted to like do all that before, so they probably could market it like that.
Yeah.
But she was saying with Haymitch, she was like, we really wanted to make sure that we didn't cast somebody that was just going to act it like Woody Harrelson. Like we don't need somebody to be a young Woody Harrelson. Because she was like, you can't. Like he does is magic.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't want just a replica of him, just like younger.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want a completely different, fresh, like pre-Haymitch. And that trailer, I feel like pre-Haymitch. And so she's like, but anyways, I feel like that trailer, like that character looks like he's going to do really good.
It looks so good.
I was wrong. His name is not Joshua. It's Joseph Zeta. And
that name sounds familiar.
I was wrong again. He's not from New Zealand, but Australian.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you were close
on both of those.
I mean, I was like over there on that side of the planet. So, and it started with a J.
J names.
Yeah.
Anyways, it looks really good. Okay, back to my hot take. Sorry, we got distracted because we talked about Effie, and she looks great in the trailer.
Oh my gosh, I love the sisters. Anyways, Elle. And her sister Fanning.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Seeing all of them just like younger versions is kind of fun.
I just gotta say one more thing about this. I love Maya Hawke.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and I did not keep up with anything, like any information about Sunrise, because I didn't want to spoil anything, and so I didn't really know who the casting was. I think like maybe a year ago I sent you something like, "Oh, Ralph Fiennes is gonna be in this." I had no idea who he was gonna be, but the choice to make Maya Virus, I'm so ready.
Yeah.
I'm so ready to watch
her
her
look
on
is really
screen.
good too.
Yeah.
She's a great young Virus.
I'm so excited.
I feel like when they showed young Beatty, I went like, whoo.
Yes. Honestly, yeah.
I like, what's his name? The young
young
Plutarch.
Caesar. Oh,
No,
yeah.
Plutarch. What is his name? What's
Jesse
Oh, the
Plemons.
actor,
Jesse
is it?
Plemons.
oh my gosh, I love him.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited.
He's a really good actor.
We were talking like right after though. I feel like they aged his character up a little bit because, but you're right. He looks so much like
The original actor. What's
his name? Rip. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Seymour.
passed.
Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Nope.
No,
Philip
Seymour.
Hoffman.
Yeah.
We got there collectively.
He is
as a
such a
group,
good
you
actor.
guys. He did really great. There's more intranetting around that and about how there's a lot of onlining about like how his son could potentially come back and play him in if
the
they
epilogue?
do. No, if they do. And there's a lot of ifs here, but like if that third prequel book is about Plutarch, how they could potentially have his son.
Jesse Plemons' son?
No.
Philip Seymour Hoffman's
son.
son.
Whoa.
Play.
I don't know if I've ever, I probably have, but I don't know if I've seen a recent picture of his son to know how much they look alike.
I don't know. I heard one person say that.
I just hope this happens.
And like also if you're listening and you're like, that was my idea, I'm sorry. I'm very bad at like remembering where I see things.
Citing your sources.
Yeah, I'm terrible at citing my sources. So I just
my
want you
source
to know,
is like Reddit.
I'm watching you. Yeah. TikTok, but I watch like 60 TikToks and then
Y'all are ridiculous. Okay. I got to pull us back in.
Okay.
Because I literally was like, we're wrapping this up. And then
we're not
wrapping
didn't.
it up. We could do this.
as this usually goes for us.
Yeah, this is why we
spend days
talking about things. Okay, so
Hot takes.
my first hot take was Effie deserved better. Which I don't
Agreed.
really know if that's a hot take. I feel like a lot of people will agree with me.
Yeah.
Okay, but you guys ready for my good ones? You two are already aware of these, but the people need to know.
The people need to know.
I'm not always. I am a fan, but I'm not always a fan of Katniss.
Which I feel like is probably a fair statement to make because she's obviously like every person has flaws. But
I'm keeping my mouth shut so much right now because that's all I ever wanted Summer to say to me. And instead we've had like so many heated conversations about this. That was all I ever needed her to say was like, yeah, okay.
Everyone has flaws. And
No, I
like,
needed you
sure,
to
you can
say-
have, that's a fair, whatever I just said.
You said that it was a fair like way to feel. That's all I ever wanted. Okay. That's all I ever needed, guys.
I think I hold her so dearly
They
because
do.
of all of the reasons.
Both of them do.
Yeah. Katniss is me and I am Katniss. So
Yeah. So
if
when
you
I
say-
talk bad about Katniss, don't you do it. Because
You're talking bad about me.
We've had a couple really heated conversations.
Debates.
Yeah.
passionate advocacy sessions.
And I'm always on the outs. So I do like Katniss, but she's just not like as just like cut and dry for me. Like, oh my gosh, I love her. Like there are times where I'm like, you're the problem. And then other times where I'm like, oh, I love you.
Okay.
But she probably isn't the problem, but I just feel like that in moments.
Sure. Okay.
But you know, the defense that they always bring me, she's a young girl in war-torn country. Blah, 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 blah.
Is that not
That is
accurate?
not.
Well, that's all of them then. Then you
Well,
should be able to justify all their behavior.
Hang on a second now.
See, it's happening right now. You don't justify.
It gets a little bit more complicated than that, is all that I was alluding to. There's a lot more behind she's choosing to do things one way or the other.
But I also think the bad characters are.
Yeah. So
Like it's all psychological trauma.
Which we learned in Ballad, right?
Yeah.
Like we got that perspective.
so that was one that Katniss is not perfect, I guess.
What do you think my other one is?
Does it have to do with Lucy Gray?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be that. Okay, never mind.
No, well, let's do Lucy Gray and then you can guess because I have another one.
Oh,
You just have all the hot takes.
I have so many.
who you?
Yeah, that's a shocker. Yeah, I'm also not a huge fan of Lucy Gray. I just don't get it. Like, I don't get the hype for Lucy Gray. I think she's interesting because of the Covey. I didn't really like her in the games. I don't really.
Who is hyping her?
No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I-
No, not like from you guys. Like, just like people like, oh, Lucy Gray. Like, I don't know. Just like hearing people talk. Like, she never gets like. I'm not saying I'm actively hearing people in the streets be like, yay, Lucy Gray.
People in the streets.
I'm just saying, I never hear anybody be like, okay, she's not really that great of a character. Like, she's also problematic to me. Like, I don't think that she's much different than Snow. I just think that she never steps too far to the right.
I guess were you wanting her to be like his opposite and like opposites attract?
No, not necessarily. I didn't want anything from her. It's just neither of them are believable to me. Like, I think she's using him just as much as he's using her, which we've talked about a little bit earlier. And I just don't think that she's like I don't think that she should be like this example of like moral rightness.
Is she?
Do you think someone is saying that?
I mean, I think because she's on the other side of the
Like that,
Capitol,
yeah.
that people just assume that she's like the better character. But I don't think that she's that great. I think that she's also super problematic.
I do think that she's problematic. My issue with her is, and maybe there's a part that I'm not yet understanding, but she's so strongholds about being Covey and not being district.
Yes.
Yeah.
That piece I think is what gives no permission to even think about liking her
Yeah.
in a romantic way, accepting her.
Not really district.
Yeah.
But that's also
anything-
something that like that makes her like me not like her because like
Right.
she's just like, well, I didn't deserve this. I'm not really from this place. Like, I really don't care either.
That's because we're district. All three of us.
All three of us.
I think all three of us identify so hard with
Yeah.
the district side and not the capital side that it is a little bit off-putting
I
to
think-
hear someone be like, well, I'm not really one of yous.
So I think the characters that I have these hot takes about, so Lucy Gray, Katniss, there's others I could add to this that I think because they're on the right side of the war, in our opinion, they just don't cut it for me. Like, I'm like, that doesn't excuse you to have certain behaviors. Because, like, I mean, honestly, Plutarch, not from his perspective in Sunrise, but like even Plutarch in Mockingjay,
Oh yeah.
like
he wasn't.
you're like you're a good guy, right? But like you're also really problematic. Like you
Yeah.
also make terrible sacrifices and decisions for people.
Yeah.
And it's like, so characters like that kind of bother me I think, because it's like people think that you're such a great character, but are they really paying attention to like, actually you still are just like a really crappy human being? Because we all are. Like, we all are. Like, I'm not saying that I'm not saying he's a crappy human being like in every scenario, but he still makes terrible choices that affect lots of people.
I think this is an interesting question of like, does a character have to be a representation of like 100%?
I don't think so, but I think when I hear people like completely like love those characters and adore them, I think that's what annoys me.
So in Plutarch's case, what really bugs me is that like behind the scenes politician move where he's consistently like putting up a front and having people believe one thing when he believes a different, and he's trying to act on a different, and it's too like war strategy for me to get behind. I don't
And which one's real? Like, is he just another coin, or is he really anti-power?
Because
I don't know that we ever get that fully answered. Yeah.
We haven't yet.
But if he gets a book.
I mean, I'm really curious because what's your angle? Right. Is really what it's coming down to. I think for me, Lucy Gray is just, again, she kind of serves to set up everything else. You and I were having a discussion yesterday about like the poems and the significance of the names.
Don't go there yet, because I got another hot take.
Oh, okay. I can tell you guys have been talking without me.
No.
We were
confessing.
You were at work.
Confessing that you have watched the movie to each other. And
Summer was at work yesterday, her last day of work for the summer. And
I don't like the way you're both looking at me right now.
We saw each other at a local bookstore.
You guys were in person?
Sorry.
Making it worse. I'm just going to backpedal out of the room.
Okay.
We
were both at work.
We were at both at Second Story Books
you hid
yesterday
it from
morning.
Me.
We're telling you right now.
I mean, I did plot a few things for today. I thought you picked up on it because we were texting earlier and you were like, well, Becca told me yesterday. And I was like, oh, yeah, like I forgot, blah, 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 blah.
It's okay. Just keep going.
You just didn't know it was all in person. I see. Okay, she feels betrayed.
My favorite place. My favorite people without me.
You guys, it's getting real hot in here. I don't know what to do.
I want to hear more hot takes.
Okay. So anyways, I like how you said it a second ago though, like what's your angle? I think that's where I get real suspicious. Like that's what Lucy Gray does to me.
Suspicious is a good word.
Yeah.
You're very suspicious about characters' motivations. Yeah.
And so I'm like, what's your angle? But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not like, I don't hate her. I don't love her. I'm not overwhelmed or underwhelmed. I'm just kind of whelmed with Lucy Gray.
Okay.
Which then leads me to Lenora Dove. I'm kind of underwhelmed with her too. Sorry. But she's okay. We don't get a lot of her. So I understand me not getting a full picture of her. I think I'm a little like suspicious of the Covey in general. I think that's what I'm realizing.
Okay.
Okay, but we're not going to go there. That's not my hot take. My other hot take, which has to do with Lenora Dove, which we did talk about yesterday.
Okay, just keep going.
Without you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I feel like you're going to disagree with me, though.
Okay.
She disagrees with me, too.
I do disagree. I will say that with my chest.
I think the Raven stuff is so stupid.
Well, but they also had that for Lucy.
Yeah, but Lucy's poem was at least obscure enough that it wasn't such a popular poem that it was interesting.
Is it obscure? I think this is English Professor Becca.
What did I say?
This is English Professor Becca being like,
say?
okay, I know Edgar Allan Poe. I know the
but
Raven.
Every student in America has read Edgar Allan Poe.
Except for this ESL student right here.
Except for my ESL friend. They've all, well, you were supposed to read it. You told me you didn't. You chose not to read it. I just feel like it is such an, which don't get me wrong, I love The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. I just found that really cheesy.
Again, as English Professor Becca, I'm sure there's a lot of students or younger people reading this before they've ever read.
Well, some people might have felt cool because they knew what the poem was.
Maybe.
Like, oh, I know this poem, so that's cool. I thought like because the first in Ballads, like with Lucy Gray's poem, it's, first of all, I can't even remember if it's real or if she just made the poem up for the book. Like, I don't know if that's from a real author. I don't remember.
No, I think it is real.
It probably is because I don't think she would do it in this one and not in the first one. But like, it's that obscure that I don't even know what poem it was.
Well, do you know that they all
Yes.
They all
have
have a
poems.
poem.
Yes, but
and their
like,
poems are like foreshadows.
yes, I get it. But again, like that's that like
Symbolism, Becca. You're all about the
but
symbolism.
that's the cheesy symbolism
So
to me.
you don't like it at all.
I think it's cool for them to be named after poems and then like a color, but I feel like they should have been poems that felt original to Panem.
Oh, see, I think it felt original to Haymitch. Like, Haymitch doesn't have the same association with the raven that we do.
No. I know, but I think it should have felt original for the reader to Panem.
You're
It felt too...
because she publishes the Raven in the book towards the end. Whenever he's having those, see, I liked it because Haymitch is spiraling.
Yeah, I do like the poem
and we're
reading.
spiraling in the poem, and so to me, it was just like a beautiful juxtaposition of like reality.
I thought
and then, like,
that, yes, I
non-reality.
did like that. And you feel like you're kind of going in circles. You kind of feel like you're being swarmed by ravens. I did like some of that feeling to it, like the motion of that part. But I don't like that feels too modern America.
Okay. I mean, I can see what you mean about it being cheesy. I do see your perspective.
Yeah, I just felt like it was just like,
You're saying like that was a choice.
like I literally just read this in class this semester. And I know I'm a teacher, but it's like, that just felt so, it threw me out of Panem. For it to sound like, oh, this old ancient poem. And I'm like, I mean, I get, this is like in the future. So like I get it, but it just does not feel like that to the reader.
Man, that was a good hot take.
I could have more, but we'll stop. So guys, that's it. That's it. That, well, y'all didn't have any strong opinions.
okay, wait, I have one opinion.
Okay, tell us. And then that's it.
Okay, I don't think Prim needed to die.
I have heard you say that before.
Yeah.
I don't think it was necessary. I feel like we've had a lot of discussions about what emotional manipulation means in literature, and I question if that is
Do
one
you
of them.
think things would have happened the same way had she not? Like, would Katniss still
What
kill
things?
Coin? Would Coin then go into power? Would they have that whole discussion of like a Hunger Games for children? Would like the capital children? Would she have to like go back to District 12 and pick up the pieces of her life?
I think so, though, because she's still so angry that they tricked people and blew up the children. Like
But
the
if
people that
didn't
ran
happen-
in, the innocent. Well, that could have happened without Prim being in there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, not take
Okay.
the scene out, just take Prim's
Her
presence.
out of that scene.
Yeah, I think that would have been fine.
Okay, maybe it needed to happen, but like maybe I'm just mad about it.
Also fair.
I don't think it is needed because she would have been mad at Gail had Prim not been in it at all. I think it just makes it a little bit more personal. But is that extra trauma really needed? She's already thinking all these things. She already doesn't like Coin. She already...
Right. She already knows that Coin wants her dead.
So like, I still think she would have made the
Because
same decisions.
Boggs warns her.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. Did Prim need to die? Listeners, let us know your thoughts. DM us.
And validate all of our feelings.
Even mine. I'm just kidding.
Especially Becca's.
Especially mine. I'm a tender little soul. This is it for our first
Side saddle
episode.
Yippee.
Thanks for coming, Sandy.
Yeah, no, thanks for
We
having
had
me.
the bully. This was so fun.
This was a lot of fun.
I had
was
so much
fun.
fun with you here.
Oh, thank you. I did too.
I would say we would have her back more, but she's actually
leaving us.
leaving us and moving away. Okay, well, that's it for today's episode of I Reckon I'll Read It. Thank you for listening and joining our bookish discussion.
If you enjoyed our podcast, please take a moment to rate and review us on whichever platform you're using to listen. That will help us to grow and find more people to talk books with.
And connect with us on social media. You can find us at I Reckon I'll Read It on Instagram.
We are going to cut and run. Join us next episode on I Reckon I'll Read It.
Sandy, join us. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
I don't even know. I don't know if I can whistle it.
That's so much breath. So much breath happening.
I think that was all breath. I don't think there was a single whistle.
Well, that was good.
That was closer.
Random fact about Becca, she can't whistle.
I can't either.
Every once in a while I can get like a little like, okay.
I bet that was great audio right there.